This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, all. Anybody reply in the chat box? Are you hearing my voice? Yes, sir, it is audible. Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, in last class, we entered into a first semiconductor device, that is a PN junction diode. Why we study the PN junction diode? Already we discussed there are few major applications of PN junction diode. PN junction diode mainly used in adapters that will charge batteries of cell phones or laptop, etc. Or PN junction as a rectifiers, right? Rectifier also one of the important applications where we have to convert alternative signal into direct current or direct signal, right? So many applications are there. And second one is, this is the entry point. The study of PN junction diode is a good entry point to study the complex structures like a BJT, bipolar junction transistors, right? And already you know how PN junction is formed, right? There is some VLSI technology methods. Okay, anyhow, we simply consider here 50% N-type semiconductor material and another 50% P-type semiconductor material are joined. Now at this junction, what happens? Now this is N-type and this is a P-type material. Here in N-type semiconductor, right, depending upon the pentavalent impurities, here you can consider the phosphorus. And here the majority carriers are electrons. Here in P-type, trivalent impurities are doped here. Here more number of holes, right? Instead of writing each time the structure like this boxes and rectangular boxes, simply use symbol. So this is a symbol for PN junction. PN junction as a diode, right? What this symbol indicates, that means it is some arrow here, anode side. That means always current flows from anode to cathode. Okay, here the vertical line. This vertical line indicates that the current cannot simply transmitted to anode to cathode. It is some controlled manner. Current is transmitted to the anode to cathode with controlled manner. And in another way, this vertical line also indicates the current cannot flow from cathode to anode. Here this is a stop. Vertical line indicates that it will stop the current flow from cathode to anode. Okay. This is the two-terminal device like a resistor, capacitor, inductor, etc. Right, already we discussed this one. And PN junction mainly we discuss in three regions. One is the equilibrium region, second reverse bias, and forward bias. Okay, three cases. We are in already we started in equilibrium state, right? Okay. And also we know this concept, right? Entire crystal net charge is equal to 0. Why net charge is equal to 0 means number of electrons is equal to number of protons. Either it is a doped semiconductor or undoped semiconductor, the net charge is equal to 0. But coming to overall majority carriers, here it is electrons are the more number of charge carriers. Whenever this electron move into this crystal into another crystal, what happens means the total net charge becomes a positive ion. Remember this one, positive ion, right? Similarly, here also total net charge is equal to 0. If any electron comes from outside, that fill up with the empty covalent bond. So now that this electron fill up the complete covalent bond. Now what about charge? Here the charge became, here previously it is a 3 protons 3 electrons, so that net charge is equal to 0. Here one more extra electron is added from external, so negative charge. So it behaves like a negative ion. And these are the majority carriers and minority carrier concentration. In n-type, majority carriers are electrons, n suffix n. Here suffix n represents the type of material. Here the minority carriers are the holes. Similarly, here in p-type material, holes are the majority carriers and electrons are the minority carriers. Right. Whenever we join the n-type material and p-type material, either it is the left side p or n, right? Okay, here we consider the Rajavis or consider the left side n and right side is the p-type. Now what happens due to the variation in gradient, concentration gradient, what happens means always charge carriers travel from high concentration into low concentration. So that from n side electrons diffuse into p side. Similarly, from p side holes diffuse into n side. Okay. Like this, what happens means there is a diffusion current flows through the junction due to both electrons as well as holes. Okay. Now what happens means slowly, now observe here, this is at t is equal to 0. Just we join the n-type and p-type materials. Now at t is equal to t1. After sometimes what happens means this n-side electron is jump into p side. Why? Because a phosphorus atom having more it denote one electron. That electron is filled up with incomplete covalent bond in p side. Now left hand side what happens means it creates a positive ion. Similarly here right hand side what happens means it creates a negative ion. Okay, it does not carries any mobile carriers. Immobile. These ions are immobiles. Okay. Okay, there is no charge carriers, depletion region. Okay. Here in left side here positive ions and right side here negative ions. And we provide some other time what happens means again this depletion region increases. Width of this depletion region increases. That means what it indicates number of holes right hand side to come from left. Similarly electron from left to right comes side. Slowly what happens means diffusion current increases. Okay. Now whether diffusion current continues to sometime or it will be stopped like this, right? At t is equal to infinity, right? What is the, if you provide a maximum time, what happens? Now what happens means due to this, observe here it is a positive ion, here it is a negative ion. Due to this electric field is created. This electric field opposes the flow of diffusion current, right? Okay. Okay, now this one is okay explained here. Now this one positive charge and this one is negative charge. This create a electric field. Due to this electric field what happens means drift current flows. Okay, now this drift current oppose the flow of diffusion current. How it opposes means observe here, holes are the right hand side. This holes try to diffuse into n side, but by n side what happen here, there is a positive charge. Here positive charge, also positive charge, positive oppose, so that it will diffuse. Okay, similarly here n side majority carriers are electrons. These electrons diffuse into p side. In p side what is the opposition here? P side opposition is the negative charge. Here negative charge, here negative charge oppose. Right, like that what happen means drift current will stop the diffusion current. Okay, now this is at junction at electric field intensity here x is equal to 0. At junction drift electric field is more and slowly it will decrease in both sides, right? And one more observation here, in this region there is no electric field. Here in this region there is, so that's why in this region electric field is equal to 0. Okay, only here triangular shape only electric field, and electric field is maximum at junction, right? As away from the junction, either left hand side and right hand side, slowly electric field reduces, right? Now here x greater than a, here also electric field 0. Here this one greater than also electric field is equal to 0. Remember this one, there is no electric field. Okay. Now what happens means, due to the flow of drift current and diffusion current, when both are same, what happens means this diffusion current will stops. So that is the current one is drift current due to holes is equal to diffusion current due to holes. Similarly, drift current due to electrons is equal to diffusion current due to electrons. So at now we can say that when this happens, this is the condition for equilibrium condition. When we can say the PN junction diode reach into equilibrium condition means drift current is equal to diffusion current. In detail again, drift current due to holes is equal to drift current due to holes diffusion current. Similarly, drift current due to electrons is equal to diffusion current due to electrons. Observe, at equilibrium, the drift current flowing in one direction cancels out the diffusion current flowing in the opposite direction, creating a net current of 0. Why? Because it is open circuited. Here terminals are not connected to any potential. So open circuit, in open circuit, what is current? Always current is equal to 0. But there exists some voltage, but current is equal to 0. Then what about this diffusion current or drift current means? This currents we may treat it as some transient current. Transient current means just it appears only few seconds, okay, few nanoseconds. Then after that again it dies, right? It will reaches into 0. Why? Because it is an open circuit. Open circuit current is equal to 0. Now here already we know that how to calculate NN. What is NN value? NN value approximately equal to number of donor atoms. What about PN? Minority carriers is equal to Ni square by Nd. Right? Here similarly, what is PP? PP is the majority carriers, that is acceptors, Na. What about NP? Minority carriers in P set, that is equal to Ni square by Na. Already we calculated simple problem also in Rajavi textbooks, right? Rajavi. Okay, this is the problem here. PP, number of acceptor atoms, like that you can easily calculate. Already we discussed last class also. Okay, by using this mass action law, we can easily find out minority carriers and majority carriers. Okay. Now here we have to find the potential, right? Already we know the different, there is a relation between electric field and potential. Already we beginning classes already we indicated relation between electric field and voltage is equal to V is equal to minus integral of E into dx. Suppose it is in x direction. Now we cannot understand in terms of electric field, right? How much of electric field we cannot suppose this electric field is converted into the voltage, then only we can easily understand what is how much of drift voltage will stop the diffusion current, like that, right? Okay, that how to calculate that one means, okay, this is the procedure here. Simple equations we follow 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Now here this is the drift current due to holes. What is the condition for equilibrium? Drift current due to holes is equal to diffusion current due to holes, or otherwise drift current due to electrons is equal to diffusion current due to electrons. Here I am considering the only one condition. That condition is drift current due to holes is equal to diffusion current due to holes, right? Similarly, you can same 6 steps using the another condition. What is another condition? Electrons. Drift current due to electrons is equal to diffusion current due to electrons. Okay. Now here what is simply here, the only normal simplification here. These two current equal, then here it is a Q, here it is a Q, both are get cancelled here. Then again here it is okay. Then by using the relation between electric field and voltage, okay, replace this one E with minus dV by dx, that is equal to the right hand side same as this. Then again divided by P, or right side you can take right side here. Then integrate with some limits x1 and x2. Then again here some coming to this one is, this region is called here, this one is x1 and x2, where x1 and x2 we are considering the whole drift current is equal to whole diffusion current. So that were limits here, the maximum. Okay, at x1 what is the maximum hole, at x2 what is maximum hole concentration, right? Okay, observe here at x1 is, this is the point at x1. What is the hole concentration? Hole concentration is Pn. At x2 what is the whole concentration? That is the pp. pp pn, remember here. Why? Because we are equating the drift current due to holes is equal to diffusion current due to holes. Okay, x1 x2 are the depletion region width, this width, right? x1 x2. At x1 what is the value of hole density? Similarly at x2 what is the value of hole concentration, right? Here it is a pp and pn. Remember this one limits. Here it is the pp, here it is the pn. And this one normal simplification, v into x2 minus v into x1 and dp. Then again here take mu p right hand side, integration of 1 by p log ln into pp by pn. Now again here now again by using Einstein relation, dp by mu p is equal to, by using Einstein relation, dp by mu p is equal to kt by q, then that is equal to ln is equal to pp by pn. Then again what is pp? pp whole concentration in p type material, that is approximately equal to Na. What about pn? pn is equal to whole concentration in n type material, that is Ni square. This is not 2, Ni square by End. Then simply substitute here. Okay, now this is the final expression. Now where the difference Vx2 minus Vx1, Vx2 minus Vx1 is equal to some V0, then that is equal to, this is the final expression. So V0 is equal to, here it is V0 is the voltage. Voltage is equal to kt by q log Na Nd by Ni square. Remember this expression mainly, right? Okay. Now these are all the constant values at equilibrium condition, right? K constant, K Boltzmann constant, charge of pole constant, Na Nd Ni square. Okay, take. Now there is a one small problem here. Now we go to the Rajavi. Okay, that is called the built-in potential derivation. What we can call it is as built-in potential derivation. Whole drift current is equal to whole diffusion current. We are in this one pp by pn. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now here the voltage is equal to kt by q ln pp by pn. Right here. Now here we can take some values. Again pp by pn is equal to Na Nd by Ni square. Now you consider the values. The silicon PN junction employs a acceptor atoms Na 2 into 10 power 6 cubic centimeter and Nd donor atoms 4 into 10 power 16 per cubic centimeter. determine the built-in potential at room temperature. Given room temperature T is equal to 300 degree Kelvin. Now what is the equation here? Already we have calculated Ni value at T is equal to 300 degree Kelvin. That is equal to 1.08 into 10 power 10 per cubic centimeter. Now simply substitute here. Okay, KT by Q, already you know KT by Q value is equal to, when T is equal to 300 Kelvin, that is equal to 26 millivolt. Already we derived in Einstein relation, right? Einstein relation KT by Q, that is equal to relation between diffusion constant and mobility constant, right? D by mu is equal to KT by Q. That KT by Q is equal to, at room temperature, 26 millivolt. Then Ln into, then substitute here, 2 into 10 power 16 into 4 into 10 power 16 by 1.08. Okay, then approximately, now you get the value. What is the value? Approximately 768 millivolts. Okay. So now we express the electric field in terms of voltage. Now how much of voltage? Around 0.7 volt, 0.7 or 0.8 depending upon this doping levels, Na and Nd values and temperature also. Okay, we may consider some 0.7 to 0.8 volt. Now come to this point. Okay, now we are understand here. Now this electric field represented in terms of voltage. How much voltage will stop the diffusion current? That voltage is 0.768 millivolt voltage. Whenever 0.768 millivolt voltage developed at junction, then diffusion current will stop. That means what it indicates, at that point drift current is equal to diffusion current. And remember this one, this voltage only this point only. This side electric field is equal to 0. When electric field is equal to 0, voltage also 0. This side also electric field is equal to 0. Electric field is equal to 0. Voltage also 0. That means voltage exists only within this depletion region, minus B to A only. It does not, we cannot measure at terminals, right? If we connected these terminals, anode terminal and cathode terminal, we cannot measure this built-in potential. Just only by using some mathematical analysis we derive this built-in potential. That built-in potential around 0.7 to 0.8 volts. Okay, at that voltage diffusion current is equal to drift current, so that the current, net current in the junction is equal to 0. And one more thing is, we cannot measure the built-in potential by using voltmeter, right? And one more thing is, suppose where is PN diode? Okay, now let us consider here. Okay, now here this junction, here the nearby junction, what is the built-in potential? Built-in potential is equal to 0.7 to 0.8 volts. Okay, at that voltage diffusion current is equal to drift current, so that net current is equal to 0. And one more thing is, we cannot measure the built-in potential V0, right? Now suppose anode terminal connected by using some wire or metal here, metal connection. Now some, okay, to use a PN junction we must connect some metal to N-type semiconductor, similarly P-type semiconductor. P-type one, that is called the anode, similarly N-type one, that is called the cathode. Now what happened? Here also one junction is formed. Remember here, what type of junction here? This is a wire or metal. This is a semiconductor. What type of junction here? This junction is a metal to semiconductor junction. Here also one junction is formed. Remember here also one junction is formed. Here also one more junction is formed. but that junction is not a PN junction. That junction is a metal to semiconductor junction. Here also there exists some built-in potential. Here also there exists some built-in potential. Here also there exists some built-in potential. Suppose if you want to measure the voltage between cathode terminal and anode terminal by using some multimeter. Now based on the Kirchhoff's voltage law, what it says that here there is a voltage, here at this junction there is a voltage, here at this junction there is a voltage. Now the voltage across these two terminals is sum of this voltage, algebraic sum of these voltages. Ideal value is equal to 0. Why? Because sum of this junction voltage will cancel the PN junction electric field voltage, right? So that ideal case means net voltage also 0. But in practical, there exists some small voltage. Once again here, only P-type and N-type material, there exists a junction. At junction, what is the voltage? 0.7 to 0.8 volts. Only small. That width is very, very small. Okay. Out of this small space region or depletion region, electric field 0, voltage also 0. Now, if you want to use some PN junction, you must connect some terminals. The terminals are generally metals. Metal is connected here P-type that act as a anode. Similarly, okay, another metal is connected to N-type that act as a cathode. Now what happens means due to this another two junctions are formed. These junctions are not PN junction. These junctions are metal and semiconductor. Metal and semiconductor one junction at cathode. Similarly, metal and semiconductor one junction at anode. So now in complete, suppose you want to measure the voltage between equilibrium voltage between these two terminals is the sum of this metal to semiconductor junction at cathode plus or minus here built-in potential PN junction and plus or minus voltage junction voltage. Another junction is metal to semiconductor voltage. Okay, ideal values are zeros. Remember this one. But in practical, there exists some due to the doping levels and fusion of this metals. Okay, this is some small voltage. Around that voltage comes again 0.5, 0.4 depending upon the germanium or silicon. Okay. So this is about PN junction under equilibrium condition. Okay, finally we derived some small expression. That expression is equal to V naught is equal to KT by Q into Ln Na Nd by Ni square. And one small problem, that problem is by taking the some Ni value at room temperature 300 Kelvin and typical doping levels Na 2 into 10 power 6 per cubic centimeter. Similarly, Nd 4 into 10 power 16 per cubic centimeter. Then the built-in potential approximately is equal to 768 millivolts. Okay. And I request the students please repeat this example 2.13 for T is equal to 600 and 900 Kelvin. Okay. Now the same concept explained in some other textbook that is Milliman. Okay. This is the high standard textbook for ADC. Okay. Okay, the textbook is Integrated Electronics, Analog and Digital Circuits and Systems by Jacob Milliman and Alkis. Right. If you buy this textbook, it will cover nearly 3 to 4 subjects in your course, entire course, right? Okay. If it is possible, buy it. Now here, what I explain means, again, we are in open circuited PN junction only. That in third chapter, that I explain the third chapter. Okay, you consider the left hand side P and right hand side N. whereas Rajavi sir considered the left hand side N and right hand side is P. Now what happened means, okay, the concept is same. Here also concept also everything is same, right? Now here what happened means, here P type holds, here it is a N type, here magnetic carriers are electrons here. Now if electron jump into another side, what happens means it will create a positive ion. Similarly here also it will create a negative ion. Now if you draw this one, okay, around a typical values is given. Total length of the PN diode around 0.5 centimeter only. In that 0.5 centimeter, what is the depletion region width? Depletion region width only 0.5 micrometer. Assume here very small. Now already we know that due to this what happened means, here it is a negative charge, here it is a positive charge. Here it is a negative, here it is a positive. So that here the electric that is charge density is equal to, here it is a negative, here it is a positive charge. Okay, distance from the junction. Remember this one. But actually we for our analysis we consider it is not a exactly, it is a sinusoidal shape here. We can take some area. Okay, it is like some square wave type, and this charge is equal to q times into nd. Here this charge is equal to q times into na. Now what happened, this can be explained with respect to some Poisson's. This is called the Poisson's law. Okay, d square v by dx square is equal to minus rho by epsilon. That is equal to Poisson's law. Okay, this Poisson's law gives the relationship between the charge density with respect to the distance, right? Here, the field intensity curve is proportional to the integral of the charge density curve. So this statement follows from the Poisson's equation. What Poisson's equation is? D square v by dx square is equal to minus rho by epsilon, where epsilon is the permittivity and epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon er. This one, epsilon is equal to epsilon er into epsilon naught. Epsilon er is the relative dielectric constant and epsilon naught is the permittivity of a free space. Okay. Now consider the second one is electric field. Once you know the charge density, electric field is equal to, again different integration of this one. D square y by dx square is equal to minus rho by E. Integration of this one will give us the electric field intensity. Integration of this square wave, okay, that will give us the some ramp signal. This is the negative going ramp signal. Again come down, so again it will again negative going. It will register from negative to 0. At 0 to negative, anyway in the below 0 axis, that will give us the electric field intensity. Whereas in Rajavi sir we can take in here. Now this is a NP junction, where NP junction, what is the charge density? Here this side N side is plus and here P side is minus. Now what happened means, electric field intensity is now above the 0 axis. Anyway it is in triangular shape. Shape of the electric field intensity is triangular shape. That means at x is equal to 0, at junction the electric field is maximum, right? Okay, here it is the negative maximum, here it is a positive maximum. Okay, remember this one. Why? Because most of the textbooks always left side P, right side N, but except in Rajavi sir textbook, left side N, right side P. Some competitive examinations, he given some questions like this, multiple options questions. Find out the electric field intensity graph. He given some different graphs like this, positive rectangular, negative rectangular. some different shapes, and he given the charge density like this, plus and minus. So if the plus and minus like this, the charge like this, then the field intensity is above the zero axis, positive triangular. If start from minus and plus, then it is a negative triangular electric field intensity. Now again, one more relation is, what is the relation between electric field and voltage? Already we know that relation is, again one more integration. One more integration means this one gives, suppose it is some type of a ramp signal here, and finally we get some constant voltage, right? Now around, if you take some, this is a T, integration at T is equal to again T square by 2 around this voltages. Now this one is a voltage V0. Okay, this one is a voltage V0. Okay, this much of voltage will oppose this voltage, volts coming from P side to N side. Similarly, negative side, okay, electron coming from right side to left side, this much of voltage will oppose. What is this voltage? Already we calculated. What is this voltage? This voltage is equal to, okay, this is negative side, observe here, this is above 0, this is below 0. Okay, this voltage is equal to, already we calculated, 0.786 millivolt, right? This much of voltage will oppose. We are converting electric field in terms of voltage. And the procedure is, first this is the charge distribution, charge density. You can write either minus or plus depending upon the p type and n type. Here it is a negative ion charge. This is converted into electric field. Just only into all our integrations only. Integrate this signal, you will get this signal. Again further integrate this signal, again we get like this. So here it is the voltage. So already we derived this voltage, 0.786 millivolts. Okay, this much of voltage is opposition. So now so that what happen means, whenever this voltage is built up, what happen means diffusion current will stop. These are the ideal cases. Of course, still there is small amount of current flows, even though, right? Okay, ideal case, when drift current is equal to diffusion current, then only current will stop. Net current is equal to 0. Okay, this is about open circuited PN junction, right? This is from Millman, integrated electronics by Millman, right? Okay, how to draw this one here? This one is, first of all, charge. Here it is a P type, here it is a N type. First negative, then positive. Then integrate this one, you'll get the negative side triangular, and again integrate this one, you will get some positive here. Here we will get the negative voltage. How much voltage? That voltage is derived in Rajavi test book, right? That voltage is equal to 768 millivolts, right? Okay, this is about PN junction, open circuit PN junction, open circuit PN junction. For Rajavi, taken left side N, right side P, so that electric field, it is a triangular about positive triangular. Whereas in Millman test, we consider the left side P and right side N, so that why, because these two are interchanges, minus here and plus here, you will get negative triangular. Anyway, shape of the electric field is triangular shape only. Okay, this is about open circuited PN junction. With this, we completed open circuited PN junction. Okay, we have not used open circuit PN junction, right? Only for our analysis only we consider, right? Now, okay, next class we connect PN junction under reverse bias and PN junction under forward bias. Okay, now we find some applications, right? When PN junction is connected on reverse bias, when PN junction is connected in forward bias. Right now time goes to 11:48. Okay, now we should only some how to connect a reverse bias. PN junction under reverse bias condition. Okay. Okay, this is the connection here. The first one is the equilibrium condition, PN junction under equilibrium state, right? Here N side is positive charge and P side is negative charge. Now here N type, here it is some junction. Observe here, this is some small thick lines here. This is also thick lines. What type of junction here? This junction is metal to semiconductor. This junction also metal to semiconductor, right? Now we are connected some potential voltage such a way that positive potential is connected to the N-type material, negative potential is connected to the P-type material, right? Such type of phase connection is called the diode PN junction in reverse bias condition, right? What is the connection here? We are connected to the battery. Battery positive potential is connected to the N-type semiconductor material. Battery negative voltage is connected to the P-type semiconductor material. Now we observe the depletion region width, whether this width increases or whether this width diffuses, what type of current flows through the PN junction. Why? Because now it is a closed circuit. It is possible there will be some current flows through the junction, right? Whereas in equilibrium condition, under equilibrium condition open circuit, current is equal to 0. Net current is equal to 0, but here it is a closed path. If there is a current flows, that we can easily measure using the ammeters, right? Okay. Okay, in last class we see the reverse bias condition. What happens if whether the depletion region increases? If it is increases, what are the applications of reverse bias diode, right? Okay, now 11:50, and thank you for all. Thank you for watching my video lectures also. Only a few students are watching video lecture, right? If anybody having doubts, please read the standard textbooks. Then only you can understand the concept, right? Okay, thank you. If any have any doubts, please mention in our WhatsApp group so that I will clear. And also remember that to understand the ADC concept, we study minimum 3 to 4 standard textbooks like Razavi, Meme, and some other biology textbooks. Then only we can understand the concept. And one more important point is EDC explained by different faculty or different authors in different way. So far we are not considered the energy band diagrams. That is also one type of explaining the concept of PN junction, right? We are main ADC. Why we are studying the ADC means we are mainly concentrated on applications of diodes, applications of BJT, right? We are not going in detail about charge distributions, in detail about band diagrams. That is comes under the related semiconductor physics, right? We are mainly concentrated on a few concepts of semiconductor physics. Anyhow, if time permits, we will also explain that concepts also, right? And thank you for all. Be safe at home. Okay, thank you. Now you may leave, please.